Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Leading Edge, the weekly video newsletter of Aegis Learning. Now, we're continuing our view of high-performing teams and great teamwork, how to put that into your workplace, how to maintain it, how to build it, and we've been going through Pat Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions of a team model, and last time we were together, we added an Aegis learning piece that we found very, very useful over the years, and that is about mission focus. We're going to add another Aegis learning piece, and that's about subordinating self-interest. For those of you that have been with me in training sessions before, you've probably heard me use the phrase skin in the game. And that's exactly what subordinating self-interest is about. It's about kind of a play after commitment, if you will, but it's a little bit deeper than that. It's about putting your own needs and own interests aside. We humans, as creatures of emotion, have some incredibly strong ego needs. And although you don't need to be a workaholic to be a tremendous team member, sometimes you have to put your own needs aside for the benefit of the team. And, it might be incredibly good for me to, take time off, to, go to the mountains and completely disconnect. But boy, if there's something going on that has critical urgency in the team, that doesn't serve them well. And you're right, I might have to get uncomfortable. I might have to make myself a little bit unhappy in the short term to achieve some long-term benefit and value and gains for the organization, for the team. And team members that are willing to do that, and please note, I am not saying that self-care does not have value. Self-care has a tremendous amount of value. When you can disconnect, when you can take time off, make sure you have a happy, healthy, balanced life. Absolutely all those things. But what's good for me isn't always what's good for the team. And, what's good for me might be taking every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon off and going play. But boy, there's stuff happening. There's customers that have needs. There's other team members that have needs. I can't afford to do that. And you know what? As much as you'd like to do those things, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. So kind of the bottom line here is, what I'm going to ask you to do to be a great team member and to instill the kind of great teamwork in your environment is take a look at your needs. And before automatically just saying, yeah, that's good for me. My break time is at 10:15 and I'm going on break. Lord knows we see that at places like, the bank. If it's break time, that little next window thing goes up and they're not going to vacillate. Not good for the team, not good for the customer, but boy, it's good for that individual's needs to go on their break right then and there. So what I'm going to ask you to do is think about your needs. Absolutely. Don't ever just whitewash those. But in the same breath, balance those. Balance those with the needs of the team, the needs of the organization, and the needs of your customer. Now, hopefully, over time, you're going to be able to synchronize those and they'll come together. But, you know what? If you're going to be a great team member, you got to sometimes play hurt. And playing hurt means I don't always get my way. I don't always get my time off. I don't always, perfectly get my Saturdays. But you know what? That's good for the team. And that becomes a really interesting dynamic on one final level too, and that is it becomes infectious. That even sometimes the most self-centered and selfish and inward, all about me and my comfort kind of person can turn around when they see others putting their skin in the game, when they see other people subordinating their own self-interest, they can turn and start and grow their commitment in that regard as well. Thank you very much for staying with us during this set of programs. And next time that we are together, we're going to go back to Pat Lencioni's model and talk about a tough one in his model. And that's the fourth one up on his pyramid, and that's accountability. Not necessarily a pleasant subject, but a very, very necessary subject in how high-performing teams work and how high-performing teams function. I hope you all have a terrific week, and I hope your teams are really, like I asked last week, I hope they're all firing on all cylinders. Take care.